Today, we're diving into Google Ads keyword match types. It might sound simple at first, but trust me, it can quickly turn into a total nightmare if you're not careful, especially with Google's new meaning approach that came in 2021. A quick Reddit research or search reveals a lot of dissatisfaction among Google's advertisers. You see comments like, phrase doesn't even behave like phrase anymore. It's totally useless. Let's face it, as advertisers, we've all been there, pouring money into campaigns only to see our budgets go up in smoke, a bit like the wildfires in Santa Rosa in truth. Today, I'm demystifying keyword match types. I'll not waste your time with a history of keywords. I'll explain what you need to know today. We'll cover keywords and negative keywords, the new keyword meaning match types, negative keyword match types, keyword goals, and keyword strategies. As a bonus, I'll cover keyword option settings within campaigns as well. But first, I'm John Langley, the $1.5 billion ads guy. I founded Click Convert with James and Hollister, and we have generated billions for clients of all sizes and worked with thousands of clients over the past 10 years. Google's CEO even used our work as a case study to Congress in 2020. Yet, I'm highly skeptical of Google and their advice. This channel is really about getting Google Ads to work for you, not Google. Oh, I've got a subscriber giveaway as well. I forgot to bring it with me. I've got a Google Nest Mini and Google Partners baseball cap to give away. When the channel hits 200 subscribers, I'll pick a subscriber as a winner. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit notification bells. There'll be full terms and conditions below to comply with YouTube ads, whatever. Right, I really appreciate everyone's support. So let's get back to keywords. Google has got two types of keywords, positive and negative. The keywords you enter into ad groups that trigger ads are actually really positive keywords, but we just call them keywords for it's easy. However, Google has negative keywords. These are keywords that are used to stop ads showing, which can seem a little counterproductive if you're new to advertising. Say we have solid oak flooring as a keyword. It may generate traffic for laminate flooring. So we'd use the word laminate as a negative keyword, preventing budget being wasted on laminate related searches. Getting the picture? Right. As we'll see, keyword focus is now based around keyword meaning. So ads show for searches that don't even feature your keywords, man. This is interesting. But negative keywords, they must feature the user's search terms to prevent your ads from showing. So we've got these two types of match cases. I'll talk about this a bit more in a minute. The upshot of this is that keywords and negative keywords have different match behaviors. Let's break down the four match types of Google Ads keywords. Each has its own strengths and weaknesses. We have broad match, we have phrase match, we have exact match, and broad match modifier. Okay, it's discontinued, but it's useful to know about it when you look at older campaigns. Keywords have evolved from this close keyword search relationship to now where keywords are focusing on the meaning or intent behind the keywords. This has allowed Google to show your ads to a huge, greater variety of Google searches. If we look in more detail, today's keyword match types work on the following basis. We've got broad match. It's often shortened in campaigns to BM. Think of broad like a huge fishing net. It pulls in a wide range of searches, the widest possible, even users searching for products or services that are only vaguely related to your keywords. Your broad match keywords may be furniture store, but your ads now may show for home decor or leather corner sofa searches. So it's a lot broader. You may get clicks from irrelevant searches, and these will waste your budget. For example, you may be advertising business promotional mugs, but you might find out your ads are showing for Hello Kitty water bottles. Actually, this cost me $5,000 in 2009, where I knew virtually nothing about ads. Days have changed since then, but you've got to be careful. Broad match advertisers really split into two camps. There's those who use Broad for doing some type of research over here and discovery. And the second camp uses Broad as their default keyword match type, and they use automated bidding with it, and that can work very well. Phrase match, you'll often see this in campaigns shortened to PM. Historically, phrase match only showed when your ads included your phrase keyword within the search term. So as long as your phrase was within the search, ads would run. For example, promotional mugs would be triggered by searches for cheap promotional mugs or cheap promotional mugs in Chester or in Santa Rosa. Interestingly, this is still true for negative keywords. However, Google's changed the search keywords to focus on the meaning of the search phrase. The order of the words are no longer important. For example, if we take flights from London to New York, this would trigger on London business class flights to New York. It's going in the right direction, it's all happy. It's clear that the searcher is looking for a London to New York flight. But the search cheap New York to London flights would not trigger, as the meaning of the flight is in the wrong direction. And this enables phrase to still have this greater degree of control than Broad. Next, we've got exact match, often shortened to EM in campaigns. This match type allows you to show your ads on searches that have the same meaning or same intent as your keyword. And exact match gives you that real control over who sees your ad. And it reaches fewer searches than phrase and Broad, but it does give you that tighter control. Search exact keywords show when the search has the same meaning as your keywords. And these include misspellings, singular, plural, stemmings, for example, floor and flooring, abbreviations and accents, cafe and cafe. Exact match uses meaning in an interesting way. It will stay very close onto your keywords. For example, New York flights may show for searches with an extra search term such as New York flight departures. But it doesn't often deliver ads when the searches become longer term with more than an extra search term in it, such as New York flight departures and arrivals. There's 2 extra searches here, so it often won't trigger, and that's quite interesting. Finally, we've got Broad Match Modifier. It's known as BMM. It's been retired by Google for a while, but it's still relevant for understanding past performing campaigns. This match type allowed you to define the exact keywords that must appear in a search, but the order was unimportant. You just put like a cross symbol in front of the keyword indicating that it must occur in the query. It was a middle ground between Broad and phrase in terms of reach and control. However, if you see this in account, it now functions as a broad match even in the negative side of keywords. It's a warning sign too, or a good indication that your account hasn't been managed. So look out for any occurrences of modified broad match in your campaign. The differences between each match type used to be easier to understand in truth, but I will acknowledge this is becoming quite confusing. So let's have a look at some of the examples Google provides to get some clarity. I'll have myself a quick drink here. It's clear for all match types that Google is now using AI to discover the meaning of keywords and to spread the search net wider. At the broad level, if we take furniture stores, this can now trigger for searches such as home decor or even leather sofas. But looking at that one, it's interesting that our keywords don't even include the word sofa. So you can see here, it's really focusing on the meaning of the keywords and will deliver searches that don't even include your keywords any longer. So which match type is right for you? It really depends on your campaign goals. And I would say these goals break down into several types. I would say we have brand awareness. Broad match can be a powerful tool for getting your brand name out there. It casts the net wide. It reaches users who might be in the early stage of research or simply browsing a few related terms, doing that type of awareness with early research stage. It can be a great way to build brand recognition and introduce potential customers to your products or services. If you look at the scale, okay, and you've got existing conversions through phrase and exact keywords, Broad Match can be a great option to scale an account. You've got to have a good budget, you've got to be willing to use smart bidding, and you've got to give it some time. And giving the campaign budget and time really are going to be the cornerstones of that approach. The other one is you could do targeted traffic. Phrase Match offers this good balance between reach and control. You can target specific phrases that users are likely to search for, along with some variations in wording and the order. And this is ideal for capturing users with a clearer idea of what they're looking for and what they're looking to buy, who still might be exploring options or doing price comparisons. For example, if you sell athletic wear, you could try targeting buy running shoes with Phrase Match. It might also capture searches like best running shoes for women, running shoes near me. People get really excited about this, but honestly, never ever try this. Many advertisers, and I'm being a bit kind when I describe them as advertisers here, wrongly believe that these users are still highly relevant and they're in the research consideration phase. They're not. They are very, very clearly in the awareness stage. These types of searches, they should be avoided. They waste budgets, and the conversion costs, as if you even get a conversion, are going to be way too high. You've got to be more product and service specific with your searches and your keywords if you want to generate a great ROI. So I'd stay away from that approach. The other one you can use for high intent conversions, exact match, really is the ultimate control freak keyword, ensuring that your ads only trigger for the precise keywords you specify with some limited variation. This is perfect for protecting your brand terms or targeting what we call super high intent searches from users who are practically ready to buy. You could say maybe someone's searching for a Nike Air Force 1 size 10, and you'd use exact match here. You know the user's laser focused on the specific product, and they're likely to be close to making a conversion or buying. You will probably get, in this example, maybe searches for size 9, 7s or whatever case. You can expect that variation in it, but it's going to be really nailed down on those who are close to converting. Okay, let's talk about strategies. I briefly touched on the broad strategy. With Google's AI improving daily, broad keywords are having a bit of a type of renaissance, resurgence. And this approach allows you to find keywords that convert that you may never have considered. One approach that works really well, particularly when scaling an account, you've got to have some existing keywords, conversions, is to use broad match keywords only. The campaign, you need to set it to maximize conversions. Don't put a CPA target on it. You need to build ad groups that are built around a close keyword theme. I've got a great example here. We've got a client that did CNC brake presses, those huge machines that bend metal and stuff, okay? All the keywords in the ad group were really close on to CNC brake press. However, this ad group generated a search term 66T in our search term report. And at first glance, I thought, oh, this is just an absolute waste of time, this search term. And I thought 66T is going to bound to be a brand. It's only got 3 characters in it. But actually, when I Googled it, it was an actual brake press machine. So this is an example of Google's AI. So I never would have thought that CNC brake press would generate 66T, but it's a good example of it. The broad approach here is delivering terms that on the face are unrelated, but really they're right on target. And I hate to admit it, but it does show the power of AI and keyword meaning. Always review your campaigns. Keep developing new negative keywords. Keep undertaking keyword research. I've got a previous video, I'll put a link at the end and down below. And for keywords, in particular if you're using dynamic keyword insertion ads. Remember, your type of exact keywords will become, well, your phrase and broad as well, will become the headline. In this case, I'd leave the campaign for run for 2 to 3 months, but keep looking at the negatives using the search term report to be correct. At the end of a 3-month period, once you get to this position where you've got a really stable level of conversions, they might be fluctuating by 15% or so. That's the point at which you can add in a CPA target and really start optimizing it. There's another strategy, and it's called the combined match type strategy. In this one, don't be afraid to mix and match different keyword types within the same campaign. This is an alternative winning strategy to the broad approach that I've just discussed with you. What I'd do is I'd start with phrase match. I'd undertake your keyword research, create a keyword theme phrase match ad group, target those phrases really specifically, and that will go in. It will capture some variations as well. Don't dilute the theme of the ad group. Stay as close as you can to the product or service that you're doing. And I'd run that for a while. If you're having issues with traffic volumes, then I would then start adding in broad match relevant keywords as a tool to expand out the reach. Be very careful, keep reviewing the search terms, use negative keywords as always to improve the search term quality, and keep revising the broad keywords. As you discover more keywords and you start transferring them into phrase, you may be able to start pausing off the broad match keywords as well. Finally, what you can do in this approach is you can use exact match for those really valuable keywords you got, the ones with brand terms or the ones that have got really high intent with strong conversion rates, or you think they've got a strong conversion potential. So this layered approach of broad, phrase, and exact that starts out with casting a wide net initially and then refining on your targeting really delivers the maximum impact and budget efficiency that you can possibly get. It's a really useful technique. Now it's time, let's talk about negative keyword match types. You guessed it, Google doesn't use meaning for keywords when it comes to negatives. It wants to hang on to as much money as possible. I've gone on and on about this on a few occasions. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of negative keywords. I've got a video on the subject, but we're going to have a look at negative keywords match now. You have they're the same three. They are broad, phrase, and exact. But unlike keywords, negative keywords do not operate on a meaning or variant basis. Your negative keywords will never change from a singular to a plural. They stay tight on that keyword. Google doesn't want you saving money easily, remember that. We discussed the search term laminate earlier as being a search term we would not want for solid oak flooring. So what we do here is we'd have to add negative keywords in for laminate, but it's not just laminate. We'd have to add in the following. We'd have to add in laminates, the plural, laminator, laminating, and all the variations we can think of. We'd add those as separate negative keywords. Probably what I should do, I'll go over each of the match types. Broad match. The broad match negative keywords is one where there's one or more keywords and they're put together and they can appear in any order in your search. So there's no surrounding characters, they're just the negative keywords. And if all of those negative broad keywords appear in your search in any order, even if they're separated, your ads will not show. So it's a really important one, that one. The next one is phrase. Phrase is always surrounded by quotation or speech marks. The order of the keywords is vital. As long as the phrase that you've got, your negative phrase, appears within someone's search query, it will prevent the ad showing. So even if there's words in it, in front of it, behind it, it will stop it. A great example would be our negative keyword, cheap furniture. So this would turn off cheap furniture store in Carmel or buy cheap furniture. It's within that search. It would not stop cheaper furniture because what we'd have to do, we'd have to add cheaper in as a negative keyword. So it only turns off the precise keywords in the correct order here on a phrase. Exact. I suppose exact offers the highest control, but it's often misused. The exact keywords are always surrounded by square brackets. The search must be exactly what's within the square brackets. No plurals, singles, variations, words in front, behind, and so on. It will only stop ads for the negative keywords, as I said, within the brackets. The other one you can get caught out on is symbols. You can use 3 types of symbols in negative keywords, and these are the ampersand symbol, accent marks, the little symbol over an A, and asterisks. Negative keyword with accent marks really are considered to be 2 different keywords. So like sidewalk cafe and sidewalk cafe. So we have cafe with a little accent over it. It's a different keyword from cafe. Similarly, socks, ampersand, and shoes, it's different if you use the AND in it. So you're going to be quite aware of that. The biggest mistake I often see is people overusing exact as it's Google's default negative keyword. Always try and seek out the common keywords that can be used as a broad negative. This approach is my umbrella approach. It allows you to go as high as possible and cover as many variations of the search terms that you don't want to show ads for. Always look for the common denominator keywords within searches, isolate those and add those as broad. In the furniture store example, if the store didn't sell carpet, then adding carpet, carpets, rugs, carpeting, they would be great negative keywords instead of trying to add every exact negative such as square brackets, carpet store near me. You could just put near me as the broad negative as well. Whatever you do with negatives, don't set and forget it. Regularly review your search term report and adjust your match types and negative keywords as needed. You've got to remember this is always an ongoing optimization, and it's a key to maximizing the effectiveness of your campaigns. Too many people don't stay on top of it. I promised you at the beginning there was going to be a bonus. Ooh. With the Google Ads campaign section, there's a section called Broad Match Keywords if you've got a search campaign these days. And if you expand it and you read the text from Google, this section looks really, really great. It's going to automatically upgrade your campaign to broad keywords. Believe me, this isn't great. It's an innocent looking section that will transform your entire campaign to broad match. It will remove all your exacts and phrase keywords. It will remove duplicates and everything. For the new and what I would say call me the average advertiser, this can literally destroy a campaign. I advise you not to use this, and make sure when you're setting up campaigns or maintaining them, it's always set to off. I have this type of view of the world, and the view is the more control you can take of a campaign, the better results. When you're running Google Ads, you're always in a battle to avoid being average. So for example, when new AI features come out or arrive, I'd recommend you test them quickly, use it before the rest of the market, but as soon as the rest of the market starts using any new feature, jump out before it comes mainstream. Remember, Google's always trying to make you average, not exceptional. My job's to make you exceptional. Okay, that's keyword match types wrapped up. Don't forget, if you need any help with Google Ads and social media ads, just reach out to us below, click Convert Marketing, and I'll see you next time.